Hey boys and girls, I hope you are enjoying the beautiful sunny weather the last couple of days, and I hope you're getting outside and getting to enjoy the fresh air. I know we got to go on a walk and play outside for a little bit. It's nice to just take a little break and get outside. Well, now it's time to do a little work. So I am going to read our next Little Red Riding Hood book. So just a reminder, we read Little Red Riding Hood, the regular story. Then yesterday we've read Ninja Red Riding Hood. And today we're going to read Little Red's Riding Hood. Okay? So I think by hood they mean the hood of the truck. So we'll have to check and see. So this author is Peter Stein and the illustrator is Chris Gall. Go ahead and get started. So we can tell that the characters of this story are not people or animals, but maybe trucks. So let's see. Lots of end pages. Here and there, up and down, in and out, Little Red loved riding in his hood. So by hood, they actually mean like a neighborhood. So your neighborhood is all the houses that are close to you. So this is the Little Red's neighborhood, and he calls it his hood. One day, Big Blue Mama gave Little Red an important job. Poor Granny Putt-Putt is feeling run down, she said. Her oil is muddy, her exhaust pipe's exhausted, and her wiper fluid is wiped out. Please take her this basket of goodies right away. Little Red was excited and a little nervous. He'd never ridden all the way to Granny's house by himself. Zipping to the top of Too Tall Hill, Little Red heard a familiar sound. There sat Tink, king of the road. Yo, Red, purred Tink. What you doing way out here? Granny Putt-Putt's feeling run down, squeaked Little Red. I'm taking her a special delivery. So, if you look at Little Red, he kind of reminds us of Little Red Riding Hood because of him being red. And then what do you think that this guy looks like? Any guesses? If you look at his nose and his little teeth right there, I think he looks kind of like the wolf. So we'll have to wait and see. Well, burn my rubber, said Tink. That oil's too thin and those plugs won't spark. Head over to Zip's Auto Bonanza and tell them Tink sent you. They've got the goods to make Granny feel showroom new. Little Red's caution lights flashed. Tink was usually one mean machine. Why was he being so nice? But Red wanted the very best for Granny Putt-Putt. She'll be so excited, he buzzed. Ha! Cranked Tink, as mean and hungry as ever. Now, it's off to Granny's for some goodies of my own. The monster truck took a shortcut to Granny's garage, blasted in, and swallowed her whole. He swallowed Granny right there. No. With a big, satisfied burp, Tink climbed into Granny's bed, disguising himself with a frilly car cover and windshield glasses. Now it's time for some sweet scooter dessert. No, he didn't have to wait long. Beep, beep. Hi, Granny Putt-Putt. It's Little Red with a special delivery. Oh, do come in, my precious Little Red, cackled Tink in his best Granny voice. Little Red idled into the room. Something fell out of alignment. Why, Granny, what big wheels you have, said Little Red. All the better to cruise with you, my little scooter, creaked Tink. Why, Granny, what big headlights you have, said Little Red. All the better to shine on you, my little scooter, squeaked Tink. Why, Granny, exclaimed Little Red, what a big grill you have. So a grill on a car would be like the front of the car. So the front of Tink would be like his teeth. All the better to eat you with, Scooter boy, roared Tink. But Red was too quick for that big bad monster truck. He zipped out the door, down the driveway, and up the street. Tink cranked it into high gear, black smoke billowing from behind. "Come back here," he honked, "you puny little piston." They hit top speed over 2 tall hills. Tink inched closer and closer and closer. But now they'd reached Little Red's riding hood. Remember, hood is like their neighborhood, so where he lives, which Red knew like the back of his handlebars. So he knew his way around there very well. With Tink about to crunch down on his rear bumper, Little Red cranked a super tight right turn. That monster of a machine rocketed forward, jumped at the guardrail, and burrowed through the air, crashing headlong into Jumbo Jim's junkyard. Tink's huge hood flew open, and out popped Granny, a bit greasy and dazed, but in fine working order. Once all the dust settled, Granny thanked Little Red for being the bravest scooter in town. And Tank, well, that crash cooled his engines for good. He spent the rest of his days directing traffic. See how they had to turn him into like a robot because he fell apart. And there's Little Red. For the new king of the road, Little Red. The end. All right, so just like with our other stories, I want you to think of a couple things. I want you to think of the setting. So where did it happen at? Was it in a forest or a castle? I'll give you a hint. Was it in a forest? Yep. Now our opening sentence, let's find it. It didn't start with once upon a time, okay? It started with here or there. Well, let me turn it. Here and there, up and down, in and out. Little Red loved riding around in his hood. So we didn't have the opening sentence like we did in our other books. Magic. What would you think would be magic? There's not anyone with special powers, okay? But I think it's pretty magical that a scooter and a tanker can talk. That's pretty cool, right? That doesn't happen normally in life. The good characters would definitely be Little Red, his mom and grandma. They're not bad either. Who would be a bad character? Can you think of a bad character? Tank, right? And Tank is this story's version of the wolf. And then the scooter, or Little Red, is the story's version of Little Red Riding Hood. What was the problem that Little Red had? Can anyone think of what the problem he had was? It's the same problem that happened in both of our other stories. The wolf, or in this case the Tank, dressed like Granny and wanted to eat them. That's definitely a big problem. Now, what was the solution? How did they fix it? Let's see. Turned the wrong way. In this one, Little Red was just really quick and got away. And then he knew where to go so that the Tank would fall off the cliff. And then that's how he saved Granny. So much different from our ninja story yesterday where they fought each other, right? Very different. All right, so I will have one more Little Red Riding Hood story for you tomorrow, and then on Monday we will start a new story in all their different versions. So I'm excited to see you another day for another story. Keep sending me those letters, those emails, those pictures, those videos. I've been loving them. I got a couple letters in the mail yesterday, and they made me so happy. I even cried a little bit because I miss you guys. Love, love, love seeing you. I'm crying a little bit. Love, love, love seeing you guys on pictures and videos. I'm really, really hoping we'll get to see each other soon. So I'm going to stop now before I start crying more. And I will be back for Big Book. All right. Bye, guys.